Good morning, my dear students. We are studying a theory on international trade developed by Michael Porter, which is known as competitive advantage theory. This theory is also popularly known as Porter's diamond theory. Michael Porter, a living American economist who has studied 100 different industries of 10 different nations to know why some nations succeed and other nations fail in international competition. This particular explanation he has done with the help of four important attributes. First one, factory endowments. Second one, demand conditions. Third one, supporting industries. Fourth one, strategy and rivalry of the firms. In our previous class, we have studied the first and also the second attribute which cause competition amongst the firms at domestic level. In this particular video, we will be studying third attribute developed by Michael Porter. According to him, the third attribute or the element which cause competition amongst the firms at domestic level is supporting industries. These supporting industries are also known as related industries. If you pay little attention to this title, you will get the meaning of supporting industries. What kind of industries these may be? These are supporting industries or related industries to the medium and large scale industries. There are many industries in our economy. They play the role of supporting medium and large scale industries. They help medium and large scale industries by producing spare parts, by producing some materials. These industries are called as related industries. These supporting and related industries do not produce main product. They produce spare parts, sometimes other related products. Supporting and related industries play a very important role in the success of medium and large scale industries at domestic level. A country which has large number of supporting and related industries, that country has an edge of developing medium and large scale industries at domestic level, and thereby it will have edge in international market. Supporting industries play a very important role in the life or progress of medium and large scale industries. These supporting industries are known as ancillary industries, tiny industries, small scale industries, micro industries, which are helping large scale industries by producing spare parts and other products. The support and related industries success depends upon investment in advanced factors. If government does good amount of investment in advanced factors, then there is a greater scope for developing, supporting or related industries, and this will help large scale industries to flourish on their own. This is how supporting and relative industries are having indirect role in making domestic industries competitive. So this is one of the important third attributes that signifies the role of supporting and related industries in making medium and large scale industries more competitive at domestic level. After studying this, the fourth important element or attribute of this particular theory is the strategy and rivalry of the firms at domestic level. The firms at domestic level are supposed to have strategy, and without saying, there will be a rivalry amongst the firms at domestic level. They compete each other. They compete each other to get more and more profits, to give better and better qualities, to reduce the price, to reduce the cost, take personal care of consumers. While doing all these things, firms knowingly or unknowingly develop rivalries. This is economic rivalry, supposed to be on friendly lines. Firms do adopt strategies to succeed in their objectives. Michael Porter believes the strategies and rivalries adopted by the firms in domestic market influence competition amongst the firms at domestic level, and that helps the nation to have edge in international market. The modern business is complex. It is competitive. Survival is difficult. To survive in such complex and competitive business environment, firms are supposed to develop their own strategies, their own plans, their own policies. Strategies can be secret or they can be open also. So, the strategies and rivalry of the firms at domestic level have a profound influence on the competition amongst the firms at domestic level, and that helps to have a country its own major share in international trade. There are some advantages of having adopted strategies and having developed rivalry amongst the firms. What are the advantages of strategy and rivalries? Look at the screen. Number one, use of excess capacity of the firms. Because of strategy and rivalry, there is every possibility that firms may use their capacity more than what they are supposed to use. This is an advantage. If a firm has an ability to produce 100 units, because of strategy and rivalry, they may produce more than 100 units. This is the excess use of the capacity of the firm. Second advantage is that because of strategy and rivalry, cost of production may come down. There is a scope for greater profitability ratio. There is every chance of risk spreading in the unit. Risk should not concentrate in business in one particular activity, in one particular department, in one particular compartment. Whatever risk is there in the business, whatever risk is there in the production, it must spread across the business so that the huge loss can be avoided. So these are the advantages of strategy and rivalries amongst the firms at domestic level. So this is how Michael Porter explained 4 important attributes which cause competition at domestic level and that enrich the international trade of a nation. We shall conclude this particular theory with following summary. What we learned from this particular theory? We learned Michael Porter has explained the theory with the help of a domestic industry. Throughout the theory, we are referring domestic firm, domestic industry, which cause a country to have edge in international trade. What about previous theories developed by Adam Smith, Ricardo, Hicksher and Olian? They do not talk about firm, they do not talk about industry, they do not talk about an organization, they talk about the country. Theories developed by Adam Smith, Ricardo, Michael Porter, they are country-based theories, whereas this particular theory is industry-based. In one of the textbooks, I found this particular gist or the summary of the theory. What is that? Look at the equation. If you understand this equation, the entire theory is understood. What is the equation? Competitive advantage is the function of 4 attributes. It has been simplified. Competitive advantage is equal to F into bracket FE DD SI and SR bracket close. What is the meaning? F stands for function, into bracket FE stands for factory endowments, DD stands for domestic demand, SI stands for supporting industries and SR stands for strategies and rivalries. Meaning is that competitive advantage of a firm is the function of these 4 attributes. Indirectly, competitive advantage depends upon these 4 attributes. If you remember this particular equation, if you understand this particular equation, the theory is understood. Now look at the last line. Thus, the government can influence each of these 4 attributes. Thus, trade is not just because of factory endowment, but because of competitive advantage amongst the firms. This is one of the most scientific and comprehensive theory on international trade. Theory has laid a very good foundation in explaining the role of domestic firms in international trade. With this, I end my video lecture on the competitive cost advantage theory developed by Michael Porter. Thank you.